Hi, welcome to day 5 of your yoga challenge. I'm Dr. Christine. Begin in a cross-legged position on your mat and inhale your arms high overhead. Exhale as you lower your arms back down to your sides. Take a nice cleansing breath in as you raise your arms up and exhale as you lower them down. Now bring your shoulders up to your ears, squeeze them tight and let them go as you breathe out. One more time, squeeze them up tight to your ears and relax your shoulders as you breathe out. Let's stretch out the neck. Reach your right arm out to your side, tip left ear to left shoulder and give a little added pressure with your left hand on the top of your neck. Be sure to keep breathing slow and steady. Return to center and now do the same on the opposite side. Your left hand is stretched out beside you and you're tipping right ear to right shoulder. Return to center. Repeat on the opposite side, left ear to left shoulder. Release, and one more time, right ear to right shoulder. You're not forcing this, just use gravity and a little added pressure from your hand. Excellent, return to center. Now we'll do a seated spinal twist. Twist from the torso to look over the right shoulder. You can place your left hand on the knee. Return to center and go to the opposite side, looking over your left shoulder. Keep your spine lifted tall and your core engaged as you twist. Return to center. Clasp your hands and then stretch them out in front of you, rounding your spine and tucking your chin toward your chest. And now reach up, lengthen your spine, and point your fingers toward the sky. Again, push them forward, rounding the back. And now press them up to the sky with a nice tall spine. Excellent. Here we go. Come out of your seated position and into tabletop. Hands are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. We'll begin with some cat-cow. Breathe out as you look down and round the spine. Breathe in as you look up and drop your belly toward the mat. Breathing in as you look up, breathing out as you look down. In and out, one breath, one movement. Now we'll thread the needle. Reach your left arm up to the sky, and now as you exhale, bend forward to thread that left arm under the right, placing left ear on the mat. Your hips are pointed to the sky, your right hand is reaching for the top of the mat. Come out of your threaded needle, return to tabletop, and do another cat-cow or two. Now we'll thread the needle on the opposite side, right hand toward the sky, and now rotate and thread that right arm under the left, hips pointed to the sky, left fingertips reaching for the front of the room, right ear on your mat. Unthread your needle, return to tabletop, and take another cat-cow or two. Now sit back into child's pose. Press your hands into your mat, press your tailbone to your heels. Come out of your child's pose into tabletop. Now we're going to do melting heart or puppy dog pose. Keep your hips stacked on top of your knees and just melt your chest down toward your mat. Inch your fingertips forward as far as you can to the top of your mat. You're getting good extension in both shoulders. Now come into plank on your elbows. Hold a strong plank here. Your core is engaged. Squeeze the muscles of your thighs into the bones. Now we'll take dolphin, which is like a downward facing dog, but you're on your forearms instead of your hands. All of today's movements are designed to strengthen your arms and shoulders. Come back into your plank on your elbows. And now press yourself back into a child's pose. Come out of your child's pose and set up for puppy dog pose again. Hips are stacked on top of knees, and melt your heart down to your mat. You'll rest either your forehead or your chin on your mat. Keep reaching for the top of the mat with your fingertips. Come out of your puppy dog and back into the plank on your forearms. Now press yourself back into dolphin. Step your feet in just a little bit closer to your forearms. Remember, this is like a downward facing dog, but you're on your forearms instead of your hands. Now allow yourself to go back into the plank on your forearms. And now take a child's pose. Push your tailbone down to your heels, reach forward with your fingertips. Come out of your child's pose and take a seat on your mat, sitting on your heels. We're going to stretch out the toes and the plantar fascia. So curl your toes under and see if you can't sit on your heels with your toes curled like this. And now we'll take eagle arms, left arm wrapping under the right, palms are together. If this gets too intense on your toes, just shift your weight forward, put a little weight on your hands on the mat. Keep your spine lifted tall. Unwrap from your eagle arms and go ahead and tap out your feet, give them a little break. Now we'll do it again with eagle arms in the opposite alignment. Left arm is on top of right and clasp the palms together. This is a nice opener for that area between your shoulder blades, that area that's really hard to stretch. And the reason why you want to stretch out your toes and plantar fascia is to help prevent things like plantar fasciitis. Unwrap from your eagle arms and go ahead and lean forward, tap out your toes to give them a little break. Okay, now come in to a high plank, but this time on your hands, and hold a good strong high plank for a moment. Now we're going to shift into side plank. Left hand on the mat, right hand reaching to the sky. If you like, you can put your left knee down on the mat. If you want to take your practice a little further, try lifting your right foot off of the mat. You can either stretch it up into the sky or tap it on your knee. Okay, return now to high plank and get ready to do side plank on the opposite side. Right hand down, left hand high. If you like, place a knee on the mat. And if you'd like to go a little deeper, lift your left foot off the mat. Either touch it to your knee or raise it to the sky. Return to your side plank. Return to your high plank, and now push back into a downward facing dog. Catch your breath here for a moment in your downward facing dog. And if you like, go ahead and pedal out your legs, bending one knee and then the other. Now raise your right leg to the sky and then step it forward to take a lunge with the right foot forward and left knee on the mat. Go ahead and inch forward just a little bit more, but don't let your right knee come in front of your toes. Now we'll take an arm bind by reaching up and over with the right hand, back and under with the left, and see if you can touch your fingertips behind your back. Unwind from your arm bind, place your hands on the mat, and press yourself back into a downward facing dog. Now inhale your left leg high, and then step it forward to take the lunge with the left foot in front and the right knee on the mat. Keep a tall spine, shift your weight forward just a little bit, and take the arm bind in the opposite alignment. Left arm up and over, right arm down and under. See if you can't touch your fingertips behind your back. Keep breathing and keep your spine tall. This one's intense, but you got it. Release your arm bind, place your hands on the mat, push yourself back into a downward facing dog. Now come forward into a high plank Lower to low plank very slowly. Keep your elbows tucked in by your ribs, eventually lowering all the way down to the mat. Now press yourself up to an upward facing dog and come into a child's pose. Rest here and thank yourself for doing yoga today. Namaste, my friends. All right, thanks for being here. Before you leave, please be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you'll know when I go live or when a new video drops. And visit me at ChristineBradstreet.com. Love to you all. Bye-bye. See you soon.